Welcome to our 9th episode of Interruption of the Han Dynasty by Wang Mang, Establishment of the Xin Dynasty. Let's begin our new episode. Imagine an empire collapsing so violently that even its conquerors struggle to describe it. Imagine a ruler whose final moments were so shocking that ancient historians recorded them in trembling ink. This is how the Xin Dynasty ended. The winter winds of AD 23 swept across the imperial capital of Chang'an like a warning whispered by the ancestors. Every street, every broken marketplace, every toppled statue of Wang Mang carried the same message: the Xin Dynasty was dying. By now, the rebels surrounding the city no longer feared imperial authority. They feared only hunger, disease, and the unpredictable desperation of a cornered regime. Inside the palace, Wang Mang drifted between frantic command and eerie denial, still convinced that heaven might yet intervene. But heaven had already made its decision. The signs that once seemed like divine endorsements now felt like curses. The Yellow River, China's sorrow, flooded again. Locust swarms devoured the few fields that remained. Grain stores emptied. And in the heart of the capital, survivors whispered that even the dragons carved in jade had begun to crack. Yet Wang Mang, sitting high upon the five-phoenix throne, proclaimed to his trembling ministers, "I am the Son of Heaven. The mandate does not abandon the righteous." The words floated in the air, then fell like ashes. The siege tightens. By early autumn, the Lu Lin and Red Eyebrows forces pressed against the walls of Chang'an. Villagers who had once fled from imperial taxes now marched with rebel banners, painted in faded earth tones, symbols of a world that wanted its normal rhythms back. Under steady assault, the city began to starve. Corpses appeared outside homes each morning. Dogs disappeared first, then birds. Then even leaves were stripped from trees and boiled into bitter soups. The imperial granaries, depleted long ago by mismanagement and corruption, held little more than dust. Reports reached Wang Mang daily. The southern gate has fallen. Food stores are empty. Soldiers are deserting. The people have opened the city to the rebels. Each messenger knelt, trembling, kneeling to a ruler who no longer had an empire. Wang Mang responded with proclamations, not solutions. He believed words could reshape reality, but reality no longer listened. Inside the ruined palace, on the final night of his reign, torchlight flickered in the vast but crumbling halls of Weiyang Palace. Once the largest palace complex in the world, it now echoed with the sound of collapsing beams and distant screams as rebels breached the outer walls. The last loyalists begged Wang Mang to flee. He refused. He ordered his ceremonial regalia, robes embroidered with stars, a jade belt carved with ancient symbols, and sat upon the throne as if presiding over a ritual rather than a catastrophe. Outside, the Red Eyebrows broke through. Their leaders, ordinary men shaped by extraordinary suffering, demanded justice the only way rebellion ever delivers it, through fire and force. When they reached the inner palace, they found Wang Mang not hiding, not fighting, but performing an obscure ritual, chanting invocations for divine rescue. His hand shook, but his voice persisted, as if the ritual itself could turn back an army. Rebel soldiers stormed the hall. In that moment, the cosmic emperor, the true king restoring the Han way, the scholarly reformer who dreamed of perfect governance, became just a man, frightened, cornered, vulnerable. The final blow struck him down near the throne. A ruler who sought to rewrite the world order died surrounded not by ministers, but by rebels wearing red painted eyebrows, their faces streaked with sweat, mud, and fury. The city in flames. As news of Wang Mang's death spread through Chang'an, chaos ignited. Flames climbed into the sky. Rebel factions looted not only the palace, but the entire capital. Priceless manuscripts burned. Jade relics shattered. The greatest archive in the world dissolved into drifting ash. The mandate of heaven had not just shifted, it had erupted. And the Zhen dynasty, born from ambition and cosmic symbolism, ended in the most brutal way an empire can, suddenly, violently, and without dignity. But from the ashes, something else began to move, an old dynasty preparing its return. The Han Phoenix rises. While rebels celebrated victory in the ruins of Chang'an, another power consolidated itself far from the burning capital. Li Shu, a descendant of the Han imperial line, had proven himself in battle and diplomacy. Calm, intelligent, and patient, he avoided the reckless arrogance that defined so many warlords around him. Where others saw opportunity for personal glory, Li Shu saw responsibility. He understood something crucial. A broken people do not need more chaos. They need resurrection. With careful alliances and steady leadership, he rallied fragmented forces, not to carve a new world, but to rebuild an old one, to restore the dynasty whose fall had created the chaos they all lived through. He spoke simply. The mandate of heaven returns to Han. We must restore what was lost. Villagers trusted him. Soldiers respected him. Scholars saw in him the balance that Wang Mang lacked. And so, in AD 25, Li Shu became Emperor Guangwu of Han, founding the Eastern Han Dynasty, one of the most resilient eras in Chinese history. The Han had fallen, but now, like a phoenix rising from the embers of a burned-out capital, it reclaimed its place. Legacy of a failed vision. Wang Mang is remembered in two conflicting ways. As a usurper who seized the throne in a storm of political manipulation and hubris, and as a visionary reformer, centuries ahead of his time, who attempted land distribution, currency stabilization, and protection for the poor. But even the most brilliant reforms fail when imposed without stability, cooperation, or realism. Wang Mang's greatest flaw wasn't ambition. It was his belief that he could remake society through decree alone. He tried to legislate morality, to engineer perfection, to impose ancient ideals on a living, suffering population. His dream was inspiring. His execution was catastrophic. History often judges leaders not by their intentions, but by their consequences. And the consequences of Wang Mang's rule were starvation, rebellion, and the near collapse of the Chinese state. Yet in his failure, he inadvertently shaped the future. The restored Han learned from his mistakes. Reform must be gradual. Stability must come before ideology. And no emperor, no matter how educated or righteous, can drag an unwilling nation into a utopia of his own design. Wang Mang's story closes not with triumph, but with a haunting what if. What if one of history's boldest reformers had succeeded? Would China have taken a different path? Would the ancient world have changed forever? Empires rise, empires fall, but the story of the Zhen dynasty reminds us of something deeper. A single visionary can shake the world, but only a nation can decide its destiny. And in AD 23, China made its choice. The Zhen dynasty vanished, and history moved forward. Dear viewers, thank you all for watching our 9th episode. The 10th episode will be uploaded very soon. Please stay tuned, like, comment, share, and hit the subscribe button to encourage us.